First and foremost, brother, what is your name?
My name is Paul Hairlson. I am the owner of Paul Hairlson Photography.
Awesome. So, Paul, what is it that you do with your photography business?
So I kind of have two forms of my business. So I have like my artistry side, and then I also have a business sector that I primarily do to provide income for my family.
Provide income for your family. Okay. Sounds like you're a parent.
Yes, I have 3 kids, and I've been married for like 8 years, so
8 years.
been busy working.
Been busy. Definitely been busy. So, what is one of the most beneficial things you've come to experience as a parent?
One thing that I've experienced, I think that is the most impactful, would be one, through photography, it gives me flexibility to be more present with my children. My previous job, I was an operations manager at U.S. Steel, making 6 figures, but had no time with my family because I would work all the time, 7 days straight, 1 day off. Holiday seasons, I would work multiple shifts, doubles, all that kind of stuff, and I was kind of missing out on a lot of my children's lives. So I have 3 now. So picked up photography when my first child was born, been doing that full time, but it gives me flexibility to do what I love to do and be there with my family.
So you decided to prioritize growing up with your children, because a lot of us don't grow up with our kids. We kind of like watch them grow up inadvertently because we're never there. But you decided to step out of that arena and step into a new arena. Was it something that you was afraid to do? Were you nervous at first? Because I know a lot of us have the fear of the fear of falling, the fear of failure.
Absolutely.
Did that ever impact you in any way?
So I'll just say this. So I didn't choose photography full time. Initially, I was scared to make that jump because, with a previous job, I had security. I was getting a check. Well, I was just getting paid once a month, but it was a lot. But, I had security, I had benefits, all this stuff. So I started doing photography as a hobby, and I always had the idea, like, I could do this full time, but I'm scared to jump. Mm-hmm. So during the pandemic, my job actually laid me off, and it was a blessing because I was able to, go full time into photography. A lot of people were scared for me, like telling the bosses, like, he's got a family, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm cool, like, I'm good. God got me. So first of all, I'm a believer, so I always put God first.
God first too.
And I believe he's definitely helped order my steps. But with photography, I just have more flexibility. And I kind of got let go at the perfect timing because during that time I was able to invest all the money, like through my severance, back into my business. So I knew I wanted to do event photography, all that. So I just bought what I needed and just went for it.
I would say, much like yourself, I've been doing this for a very long time. But it wasn't until the pandemic that I said, you know what? And after the pandemic, because I don't know what it was like, coming from your background, but I was also working on sets. And at some point between the pandemic, after the pandemic, all the set jobs cleared up. Everybody left Chicago. There was no jobs available. I said, you know what, I'm going to take that as an opportunity to make my own projects and really go lean in to, being this independent filmmaker. And it's been one of the best decisions of my life. And now I get paid to teach people this, and to be able to do that is a dream. It's really a dream. And it just like you said, it's flexible enough to where I can leave work, go do what I got to do with my little man, come back to work, and then continue on. So I definitely understand where you're coming from as a father.
Yep. Being able to set your own schedule is a blessing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So if you could say just an encouraging word to other people that wants to venture off into whatever industry, doesn't have to be photography, what would you say to them about taking that leap of faith?
My advice, if you asked me, so I would say start as a hobby, do it along, like if you're working a full-time job, do it as long as you can until you have an equal transition. Like if you're willingly like leaving a full-time job to go, like use your hobby as now being your full-time job. I would definitely say do that as long as you can. I would say just do it. I would say just do it. Don't think about it. But if you have a family and people depending on you, definitely do. Definitely think about it. Like count the costs. Like if you're working a full-time job and you're just starting, like I got an idea of making sandwiches, start off small, do it on the side, build that hobby up to a level where you can equally walk across. Now, if you see you get to a position where your full-time job is hindering you from scaling, then I would say definitely jump. Just having security is very important. I think a lot of people sometimes have these hopes and dreams, but they don't count the cost, like what it costs to do business. So definitely learn, like go to school, get knowledge, like how to run a business successfully. Go through some entrepreneurship classes. But you can definitely do it. If you put your mind to it, there's nothing that can stop you.
That really stands out to me. Count the costs. Can you tell us how we can find you on social?
You can definitely follow me at Paul Hairlson Photography. Hairlson is spelled Hairlson. Photography.com. Instagram, you can find me at portraitsby_Paul. That's more of my creative work.
Thank you so much.
No problem.